Hi there, and welcome back. It's Lisa from Critters'n Designs in Ontario, Canada. Yesterday, I was doing our paper pumpkin that, grab my box here, for September. And we were doing some of the alternatives, and I was having issues with my stamps. I couldn't get the stamp to stamp properly. And no matter what I did, that darn stamp was not stamping. So today, I played with it all for the rest of the afternoon yesterday. And this morning, I called a friend of mine who's also my upline. And I said, "Do you have the stamp set? Could you test it for me and see if yours is stamping fine?" Because mine wasn't. So she tested it for me and sent me a picture. And I thought, well. So mine is not stamping well. So I called Stampin' Up, and I have a new stamp set coming this week. So it'll probably be here next week. But in the meantime, I borrowed Jen's stamps, and so now we can finish part two of our alternatives and get this card made. So let me scooch down to my desk here. So yesterday, if you recall, we made these two cards as well as this cute little box. Isn't that adorable? This is such a beautiful stamp set. I'm hoping tomorrow that there will be enough kits so that I can order a refill kit because I absolutely love this kit. And then this morning I was testing to do the other alternative, which is right here. And they don't really tell you what colors they used, but I went ahead and just did it with the colors that I thought it kind of looked like, and I absolutely love it. So we're going to do this card, and then we're also going to do their alternative version of this little bag. So why don't we get started? Let me put this stuff out of the way. So I just wanted to say, like, if you ever buy anything from Stampin' Up and you're not 100% satisfied with it, Stampin' Up will make you happy. They will replace it um, immediately if you're not happy. Their goal is to keep, the consumer happy. And there was no, like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? They were just like, so you've tried everything you think you can, and it didn't work for you. And I said, yes. So, um, I was very happy about that. But that's been my experience with Stampin' Up over the past 5 years. I've been a demonstrator for 5 years, and I've never had any kind of an issue with not being satisfied with something. Any of the few times that I've had an issue, I haven't had very many issues, but the few times that I have had an issue, they've come across just lickety split and made me happy. So just so that you know that, if you ever hesitate to complain about something, not complain, but if you're dissatisfied with something, make it known so that we can make it correct for you. Okay. So yesterday, we started to make this card, and we got as far as stamping the thanks on here. So I have a piece of mossy meadow that's 8.5 by 5.5, and I have it folded, scored and folded at 4.25. So I'm going to take my thank you stamp, and I'm going to pick it up with a block, and I'm going to just stamp thank you randomly in the top 1 inch and the bottom 1 inch of this card front. So I've got my stamp and pierce mat underneath because these are photopolymer. They don't have the rubber insulation in between, the block and the stamp. So you always need to have something squishy underneath, whether it's like I use this all the time. This is a neoprene placemat, but if you're just stamping on a table, you really need to have something like either a neoprene placemat or your Stampin' Pierce mat. And I always have Stampin' Pierce mats. Oh, I have For You. So you know what? We use For You. And I just got ink all over my finger. I thought I grabbed Thank You and I didn't. So we'll just use the For You. It doesn't matter. Because it could be a For You card, right? And I'm getting ink. Way too much ink on here. Making a big mess. So when you're stamping straight down, straight up, as I tell everybody, and then do as I do, not as I say. No, do as I say, not as I do. All right, so straight down, straight up. And I'm just gonna stamp this along the bottom as well. And I'm rocking my block. You can see I have way too much ink on there. Just wipe that off. Thank goodness for baby wipes, that's all I can say. So if you've just come in, please say hi so that I know who is here. And there we go. So that's good for that. And then I'm going to just give this a quick clean because it is covered in ink and I don't want to get ink all over everything. There. So the next thing I need is a piece of Very Vanilla that is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. Hi Jen, thanks for joining. So I'm going to take the large leafy design and my soft seafoam. I'm just going to close up my mossy meadow because I don't need that one. So I need my soft seafoam and my crumb cake. So I'm going to stamp it up. I'm going to ink it up with the soft seafoam. So I'm just going to stamp here. You can see how much better this stamp is stamping. You're getting a nice, crisp, clean design, whereas the one yesterday, this one, my own stamp, wasn't stamping. It, no matter what I did, it always missed that one area. So fortunately, it's being replaced. I'm really happy about that. Okay, so let's ink this up again. And then I'm going to take a sponge dauber. Where's my, is that my crumb cake one? Yeah. So I'm going to take my sponge dauber with crumb cake, and I'm literally just going to barely touch the edges of the stamp. Because I don't want a lot of color, but I just want a bit of differentiation. I'm just literally touching the edge of the stamp. There. All right, so this one I'm going to have going up towards the top. There, look at how pretty that is. Okay, and I'm just going to give it a quick clean. I don't want to get crumb cake into my soft seafoam. It's such a pale color that I really don't want to get, you know, any discoloration in there that's going to show when I go to stamp something that I want just soft seafoam. So once again, I'm just going around the edges like this. And I'm not even putting a lot, like very, very little. And then let's see, I'm gonna go like that. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, love it. Okay, and then soft seafoam again. And crumb cake. So how lovely this would have been yesterday had it worked. That's all right. Okay, and then this one I'm going to come down this way. There. How pretty is that? Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so we're finished with these. And I'm just going to clean this so that I don't transfer ink onto anything, because that's really the last thing I want to do. And then I've got my base here, and I'm just going to take some of the linen thread and wrap that around my card. I'm just going to take the kinks out with my bone folder. And I'm just going to wrap it around. I'm going to put a bit of adhesive on the sides here just to hold it so it doesn't get away on me. I need a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to tie a knot in there so that it doesn't get all squirrely on me. Okay, and then now we can just tie a little bow. There, so cute. Ta-da! Should have my silicone sheet under there, but all right, so let's put some more adhesive so we can stick this baby down. And there we go. Oh, that looks so great. Okay, so we're finished with the twine. We can put that over there. And then I need a little piece of, I want to call that Blue Lagoon, Lost Lagoon. And I'm going to emboss the words for you, oops, in white on here. So I've got my for you. Let me just clean that because I'm going to be using Versamark and I don't want to get ink in my clear Versamark. And I've got my white embossing powder over here. And my embossing buddy here. Now this tray comes, it's in the annual catalog, and it comes with these pieces. And what do I think? Something else. I don't remember, but you get the tray, the brush, these reversible tweezers, which are amazing, and an embossing buddy. And it's perfect for doing any kind of embossing. You're not, everything is contained. You're not getting stuff all over the place. So let me bring my tray over here. Well, let me stamp it first. So first thing we do is our embossing buddy. Now you'll notice it leaves a little bit of a white shine. I was gonna say shine, a little bit of a white residue on there, and that doesn't matter. You can wipe it off with, you know, just a microcloth or whatever. Okay, so I'm just inking up with the Versamark. Versamark is a clear, they call it a watercolor ink. So it's just a clear ink that is very sticky and it dries very slowly. So you can use it for embossing. It's just amazing for that. So I've got my, so the tray, I always forget to use the tray, but it's here. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. We'll trim it. And I've got my heat tool here. I hope it's not too loud because my microphone is right here. But I think I kind of smudged the F. I think I might do this over again. Yeah, not loving it. The F is a little smudgy, so I'm going to do it over. I know I'm too picky sometimes, but not drive me crazy. So let me go ahead and do that over. Just going to put it right here. That's better, I think. The embossing powders come in these little pots. And for the essential pack, you get a black, a white, and a clear. Then there's also a metallic set that has gold and silver and copper. So you can get either set, and that's in the annual catalog as well. Ooh, it's hot. There we go. So I'm just going to take my little guillotine cutter here, and let's see. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to line up the edge of this paper guide, if you have one of these, with the edge of my lettering. And that gives you about 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Let's line it up. Got the light reflecting from my window there. It's kind of, hopefully that's straight. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut it on a bit of an angle here. Okay. And where are my little... Just looking for my mini dimensionals. I literally just had them like half an hour ago. There we are. Seek and you shall find. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Jen. Jen said the heat of the sound of the heat tool disappears, so that's great. All right, so I'm just going to put 2 little dimensionals on this banner. Oh, that's so cute. I probably could have made this banner a little bit bigger, but that's okay. For you, so cute. And then I thought I would just put some of the essential, not essential, what do you call these? The basic rhinestone gems. I always forget the names of things. No, in the sample they didn't have gems, but I don't know. I think nothing is complete without a few gems. I think it just finishes it quite lovely. That's very, very cute. So now on the inside, let me just close this up so that I don't have a embossing powder disaster, because we all had probably had at least one of those. So I've got a piece of Very Vanilla that is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the front of the card. So let me grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm going to ink up my leafy business here. And I've got my crumb cake. And again, I'm just going to barely touch the edges of my leaves. Oh, that's so cute. Oops. So I'm just going to pop that right, I'm not sure where, maybe there. Yes, isn't that gorgeous? So, oh, you know what I forgot to do on the front? Can't believe I forgot this. Is I'm not going to do it on the inside. I'm going to leave the inside as it is. But on the front, I forgot to do my stems. So I'm using my Pecan Pie Stampin' Write marker. Now these markers are water based, as opposed to the Stampin' Blends, which are alcohol based. So I'm just very lightly drawing, and I'm not being particular. I'm just kind of making it look like the little hand drawing, which is exactly what it is. And, you know, obviously I should have done this before I put the string on it, but it's okay. That just gives it a little bit more texture, I think. And there we go. That makes a huge difference, doesn't it? I can't believe I forgot to do that when I was doing it. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this inside piece into the card. I hope I have the right piece. Gonna fit? Yeah. Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd picked up a 5.5 piece or a 4 by 5.25 piece, but we're good. So let's pop that into the center. And there's our other alternative. Isn't that stunning? I just love this. Now, I'm not sure that I would have picked necessarily the Lost Lagoon for this. I may have chosen pecan pie or probably pecan pie I would have chosen. But this was the sample that they had in their instructions. So I thought, well, I'm casing this sample. So, but it's not bad. Just gives you a little bit more dimension. And then for the final sample, let me just clean that again. And I get in the habit, I've gotten in the habit of cleaning the stamps as I go, because a couple of times I'll have an inky stamp on my desk. And then as you're moving things around and the back of your card, especially if it's a light colored card, and it hits your stamp set, well, guess what? Not pretty. So now I get in the habit of cleaning. When I'm done with it, it gets cleaned and put out of my range of motion so that I'm not destroying everything in sight. Okay, so next I'm going to find another card box. Not card box, it's just like a little box. And I think what I'm going to do first, which I didn't do with my other sample, is I'm just going to burnish all of my score lines. So I didn't do that the last time. And that way, I think it'll be a little bit easier to sort of put it together when I'm done. Hi, JD. Thanks for joining in. JD is one of our girls. She lives just north of Toronto. All right, and then the top one, I'm just going to fold that. Actually, I think I'll do it this way. I'm just going to fold that over. There. So I'm just going to look at the picture. So this is what we're making. So let's see. I need my Stampin' Pierce mat again and my crumb cake ink and a little pumpkin. So let me load that little pumpkin onto a block. And I also have some, what do you call these? Post-it notes. Because I don't want, there's certain, like I don't want to have ink down here. I just want it on the front of the box. So let me get these guys out of here. Okay, and I'm going to pop a Post-it note. Now, if you have Post-it tape, that works too. Or even the masking paper. Stampin' Up! Does have masking paper. I'm just too lazy to get it, to be perfectly honest. It's in my drawer here. Okay, so this is what this pumpkin looks like. Very cute. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so this first pumpkin, I'm going to do down in this corner, like they have it off just a little bit. So there's our first pumpkin. So cute. And then our second pumpkin is up here. Just make sure I'm well inked. I didn't ink it really well on that one. And then our other pumpkin goes in this lower corner. So I'm going to move over my post-it note here. Like that. And then I'm just going to stamp this pumpkin in the lower corner here. So cute. And there's also a little pumpkin stem here, which I'm going to pop on a very tiny block. If you only have the D block that comes with paper pumpkin, let me grab one just to show you. Then you would just put it in the corner like this, and then just use the corner like that. Oh, except that I want early espresso, not paper, not, I was gonna say not paper pumpkin, not crumb cake. So I'm gonna pop out the early espresso here. Oh, I have it upside down. Be better if I stamp it this way. Yeah, like that. Much better. Okay, so I'm just gonna line up my pumpkin top here. So cute. That's adorable. Okay, and that's going to pop it in there. And like that. And then they also have a couple sort of just off the edges. So why don't we do that? So cute. Okay. So I'm going to clean these before I transfer any ink anywhere. And then our little stemmy boo here. My finger. There. Okay, so there's the front of the box. You can peel this off. And what else have they done? Okay, so they're using, what ribbon would that be? Let me have a look. So I'm wondering if it is the, looks like a dark brown ribbon, but it's not this one. Just look on my ribbon rack here. Yeah, I don't see one that looks like what they have there. And I thought I had all of their ribbons. So we're going to use a pecan pie because I'm not sure. Jen, look at your box and tell me what color you think that is. Because I'm not loving that. It looks like an early espresso or something, but I don't have that one. Or maybe they used, this one is the Pebble Path. Actually, I don't mind that. We'll use Pebble Path. So let's put our box together. Now you can put candies in here. You can put, all kinds of things. So I want this to go to the back. So I'm going to put tear and tape on here. Yeah, I like the Pebble Path. I think that was a good one. And then just remember how they told us to put this on here. Like this. So a little bit of turn tape here, and then some turn tape here. Okay. It's adorable. Okay, so let's pull off our turn tape. And let's see. So I've got my two side flaps in, and I'm bringing the back one in, trying to keep that pretty square. And then the front one, I want it to go towards the back. And then I'm just going to flip it up without it getting too squirrely on me. And square it up, and then I'm going to use my bone folder just to push down those flaps there so that they all stick together. On the ink, Jennifer, it's crumb cake. I decided to use crumb cake on the ink. That's what you're asking me. So for the pumpkins, I used crumb cake and early espresso. There we are. And I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals, mini dimensionals along here. If I can find them again, I keep losing them. I just had the little doubles. Where? Oh, here they are. So let me just scroll up. I'm losing my conversations here. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I'm using crumb cake. Jennifer's asking if I'm using crumb cake or mossy meadow, but it's crumb cake. Okay, so this is going to come down like this. And then they've used some of the pumpkins. So let's close our box. Now, if I was making these on a grander scale, I'd probably use either little Velcro dots or little magnets. But since that didn't come with the kit, we're just going to use what's in the kit here. So let me grab some of the pumpkins. So I've got an orange one and a white one and some leaves. So get that out of the way. And my glue dots, I just saw them, are right here. So let me see. It looks as if, oh, I see what they've done. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is tie our ribbon around our box. So let me just see here. I like this pebbled path. It's really pretty. I didn't think I'd like it at first, but I do. Okay, so let's just cut that. And I'm just going to bring it around like this and tie a little bow. There's our little bow. And then they've used a piece of vellum. So let me grab some vellum. Let's see. So our vellum comes like this in 8.5 by 11 sheets, and I have a scrap here. So I'm going to create a label. And Yeah, I think I'll use this one. So I've got the scalloped tag topper, and I think it's this one that's in the what do you call that? The oh, Jen, what do you call that? The discounted shop. Totally having a brain fart. The on the online sales. So this needs to be 2 inches. The help me out here. Oh. Okay, so this is 2 inches wide. I'm just going to slide that in there and punch it. And so now I have a little label. And there are labeled the tag punches. Oh, the clearance rack. Thank you. Oh, my brain today, I tell you. I went outside for a little while for lunch and just sitting outside in that beautiful weather. And then I thought, no, I have to go down and do this video. I promised. Okay, so this is it's about 4 inches by 2 inches wide, and I just use the tag topper. And my pumpkins are here. So I'm going to actually it looks like they use 2 sets of leaves, but I think I'm going to be cheap and just use one. So I've got my honest to Pete. I just had my glue dots. Here they are. Okay. Welcome to my world. Yes, that would make great bookmarks. You're right. Okay, so let me grab my take a pick tool. And I'm just going to put some dots on the back of these. And I'm not kind of planning it. I'm just doing it random because they're going to stick to the vellum. Good Lord, vellum. Going to stick to the vellum. So let's see, how do we want this to go? Kind of like that, maybe? That's cute. And then they also have a tag. So let's get a label. And I think we can just use one of the little ones here. And since I have the For You right out here, I'm going to grab my, I think Mossy Meadow. Grab my Mossy Meadow. And cross your fingers. Not bad. Not perfectly straight, but it's very livable. I can live with that. So I'm going to have this come down here just a smidgen like this, and then we can go ahead and put our label just like that. That looks very, very cute. Let's pop off our glue dots here. You can hear my husband in the background. He's playing with one of his models, and I can hear the batteries beeping. I think it's batteries. I don't know. Something's beeping. There. Okay. So let's put the leaves down first. And then our pumpkin, I'm going to move this glue dot over because I don't want it off the vellum. So I'm going to put this like this. And then this pumpkin. Actually, I'm going to put this further over. There, I like that better. And then this is going to sit right on here. Like that. And then we need a glue dot on the back of this. I think I'll put a couple so that it doesn't sort of twist around. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, and then I need my linen thread again. And I'm just going to cut a piece off and make like a little loopy tag. And then we'll tie it right to our bow. There. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I want to tie it tight enough so that it doesn't look like it's dragging on the ground. I probably could have made this tag just a little shorter, but that's okay. And I think I'm going to stick maybe a couple of glue dots just up here so that when you open it, like it'll just open, because it is kind of a little bit on the long side, like a little tag happy there. I could have made it a little bit shorter. That's okay. That's how you design, trial and error, right? And then you just adjust as you go. All right, so let's stick that together. So there we go. How stinking cute is that? That is so cute. Love it. So let's get rid of some of this, and then we'll just recap what we've done over the last couple of days. So once again, as I said yesterday, you have until October the 10th if you would like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. It's a monthly subscription. Having said that, you can order just 1 month at a time, or you can do it in sets of 3 months, 6 months, or an entire year. And when you do it for a year, you actually do save some money. And that's what I've done. I've ordered it for a year in advance, and then I just pay for it once, and then every month it just gets shipped to me, and you do save a little bit of money. So these are the 2 bags that we made, these little boxes that are in the kit. And then our alternative that we struggled with so badly yesterday. And again, I want to reiterate that if ever you have a stamp set that isn't just right, don't hesitate to either call me or call Stampin' Up! And, we can arrange to have that rectified for you anytime. So there's our other alternative. And then these are the 2 cards that we made yesterday as well. Just little note cards. And then the envelopes are here. These little note envelopes. And then this front is actually the inside of that envelope. So if you haven't seen yesterday's video, I encourage you to pop on my Facebook page and just have a look at it. And I will be uploading both of these videos to YouTube sometime this afternoon. And you'll be able to catch them there. So if you aren't a YouTube subscriber, I encourage you to pop over to my YouTube channel and just look for my name or Critters'n Ink Designs and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And please hit the like button. That does a lot for my, I think they call it an algorithm. I don't understand what all that means, but apparently it's good for the algorithm. So once again, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you do place an order with me in the next week and a half, if you wouldn't mind using my host code, I'd really appreciate it. And while I say that, I'm just $412 short of advancing to my next level, where I was last year. And unfortunately, with me being so involved with family things, my sales dropped a little bit. So I've fallen down to silver, but I'm dying to get back up to silver elite. So all I need is $400 in sales. So if you have anything in your little wish list that you'd like to pop an order by, it doesn't have to be a big order. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Thank you once more. Enjoy your afternoon, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.